worldwide at KGNZ.com.
Welcome to the Rock Show on your Monday evening. It is, oh no, it's not Monday, it's Friday, because it's time to turn in the angel tree, and we're going to be doing that live with Shelley Futrelle in just a little while, and perhaps a little bit of a holiday gift-giving guide for you, at least in the mindset of an 11-year-old boy. A lot of people making this possible tonight. We're going to get to that in just a little while, but right now we're kicking off the Rock Show on your Friday with Demon Hunter and Raining Down. I'm Dustin Tatro. Welcome to the Rock Show.
just believe that I was all displaced. Rock at the spin and let you know how I feel. Rock at the judge and make you see my quite normal. This makes me act like I'll never get out alive. What gets you acting makes you overlay me. What gets you faking shows you all how to break. No one will ever see things the way I do. No one will try. All my friends think that I'm gone, but I swear I'm not. I swear I'm When it ends, where it gets back to the place it does. Make me feel like I just wanna be just like it's done. No one will ever see things the way I do. No one will try. All your friends say that you're gone, but you swear. I swear I'm not. No one will ever see things the way I do. No one will try. All my friends think that I'm gone, but I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not.
It's the Almost with Say This Sooner. I'm Dustin Tatro. You're listening to West Texas's Christian rock and more on KGNZ at night. We are wrapping up Angel Tree and sending off all of this stuff for Charles with Shelley Futrelle in just a moment. That's coming up. Here's Chaotic Resemblance. It's Promised Land. It's time to curb stomp the devil. It's KGNZ at night.
Round with the blues. If you're round with the blues. Won't stop ahead. Won't stop ahead. If you're riding with us. If you're riding with us. Won't stop ahead. Won't stop ahead. Oh, step aside and let trouble sleeping. It's now or never, so let's begin. Up into the promised land. Into the promised land. Jump on board. You can jump on board. Won't stop ahead. Won't stop ahead. Well, you can jump on board. You can jump on board. Won't stop ahead. Oh yeah, won't stop ahead. Or you can wait until the day that you die. But in the end, there's only one right. Into the promised land. Into the promised land. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, I'm Robert. When I get a craving late at night for Christian rock, this is where I go. It's KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro.
I love this rock show. I'm Matt Briggs, and you're listening to KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro.
I never knew that a kid like me could take his mic around the world. born in my town. You didn't know that we was new on the scene. It's alright, it's alright. I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say we rep the south. So what you talking about? I'm not running out my mouth. I know this without a doubt. Cause if you know these streets, then these streets know you. And when it's time to handle business, then we know what to do. Me and my crew, we stay true, old school and new. Many will call, but the chosen the few. We rise to the top, what you want, just in case you forgot. Rush the stage, grab my mic, show me what you got. You didn't know that we was new on the scene. It's alright, it's alright. I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready or not. How you like me now?
Here come the boom. It's POD on a KGNZ at night. Well, over, if you're on our Simulcast, and you can kind of see Shelley over there behind a whole
Buried.
bunch of stuff.
Buried behind the toys.
We're going to be going a lot. Well, it's not just toys.
No, it's clothing, it's shoes, it's a hat, you name it. I'm buried over here.
We're going to be going through all of that in just a minute because it's time, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. You have over 300 angels for the angel tree still out.
We do.
And those are the ones that still need to be picked up, and
Yes.
somebody, and not to count, we're hoping everyone's going to turn their stuff in on time.
Absolutely.
But these haven't even been picked up yet.
No.
So we're
No.
going to tell you how you can help them out in just a minute. Very much grateful for the people that have helped us with what we're turning in for our
Yes,
angel.
fantastic.
Charles, and don't let me forget to send the tag with you up there.
Yes, please, because I would hate for him to get lost in the shuffle.
We've done some really unique things. I think it would be hard, if you look at what we've given, I think it would be hard to make a mistake, particularly the hat and the shoes.
Right. I think that's your favorite. Is that true?
Kind of.
Yeah, I feel like that's your favorite.
Look,
Yeah, there you go. That's why. That's why. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
and it just so happened when we made the graphics for the show that that was one of the footprints that came up as a PNG on Google Images, and I said, I recognize that. I wear those. So
Well,
yes,
every boy ought to have some.
the curb stomp the devil graphic is in fact that is the footprint of Adidas Superstars. So there's kind of a double connection there. They've been my favorite since high school, but there's a more spiritual meaning as well. All kinds of stuff. My partner at at Metro Care, Susanna, we stopped by Walmart last night, and she grabbed a few things too. One of the people that's involved with the Salvation Army said, "Hey, I know that you were asking the community to get involved with this. Here's a $50 gift card to Walmart."
Wow.
And that was out of her pocket.
That's fantastic.
I've done some. I have some friends that pastor United Methodist Church up in the Panhandle, and the wife is a school teacher, and they actually are going to send the money for the hoodie that you see here.
Wonderful.
Or you'll see in a minute. So there's been all kinds of people involved. And
So many fun things to look at.
We'll talk about that in just a minute. Right now, your good news comes from Psalm 30. This is verses 11 through 12, and it says this: "You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy." Well, that's fitting. "That my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord my God, I will praise you forever." We're still working on getting everything over there into a logical order, but tune in. And if you can, pick up our HD live simulcast on YouTube Live, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And we're going to do a little gift and giving guide, at least for a pre-adolescent boy, here in just a few minutes. On the way, Seventh Day Slumber with Sky is Falling, and after them, Skillet and Lacey Sturm on Breaking Free. It's The Rock Show.
My name is Tammy. I love this radio channel. I listen to it every day, going to work, coming home. I love it.
Hey, this is Jacob Hernandez, and this is the Dream Center's Harder Side of Life, Changing Music, KGNZ at Night.
never be nothing, cause of suffering, something to ignore. These things you say, you made me weak, but I have changed. No way, I'm stronger than before. I will break, breaking free, coming alive. I broke these chains, never be afraid to live my life. Break, breaking free, one last time. No matter what they say, I will never change. And I know I can break, break. Look out, I'm breaking free.
This is who I am. You don't understand. You never even try. Just when I think you're listening, drop defense, you stab and twist the knife.
These things you say, they don't hold me. I'm not your slave, no way. I'm stronger than before. I will break, breaking free, coming alive. I broke these chains, never be afraid to live my life. Break, breaking free, one last time. No matter what they say, I will never change. And I know I can break, break. Look out, I'm breaking free. Overcome, chains undone. No fear can hold me down. I know I can rise above it. Overcome, chains undone. No fear can hold me down. I know I can rise above it. I will break, breaking free, coming alive. I broke these chains, never be afraid to live my life. Break, breaking free, one last time. No matter what they say, I will never change. And I know I can break. I will break. Look out, I'm breaking free. I'm breaking free.
Breaking, this is freedom, this is freedom.
I am breaking free.
All right, it's KGNZ at night, your Angel Tree station, I guess. This is the second time that we've done this,
Right? Wow.
and I've loved being a part of it. Last year, Shelley, and I'm joined by Shelley Futrelle, who is, remember your title?
Wow, it's long.
Everything.
Public Relations Community Development Director.
She is the face of the Salvation Army here. At least it says, hey, we have this project going on. It's your opportunity to help support these local kids in the area.
Right, and
Last year we had an 8-year-old girl.
so you went the other direction, I think.
We went the other direction. I kind of wanted to do a boy this year because I want a son. I think it's pretty obvious to people, and we are nowhere near ready to try for that at this point between everything we're doing. And I think Stacy gets home from school and has about had enough with little kids.
Right, I would imagine so, but if this is any indication of what you do for your own child, holy cow, man.
Tell us a little bit, because you said earlier you still have around 300 angels
We
that
do.
need picked up, and you're wanting people to start turning them in tomorrow.
Right.
I'm going to grab that tag over there so we can show people
Absolutely.
on the Simulcast what we're talking about.
We have about 300 left. They'll be at the mall They're at the North Walmart. They're at the Grape Street Walmart. They're Old Navy, you name it. They're there. But if you can see what's going on right now, this is fantastic. And this child is going to be blessed this Christmas. It's really kind of a cool thing. He's got a little bit of everything. I think it's stuff he likes.
When you get a tag, and I guess for the 300 that we still have to do, people can stop by the Salvation Army and grab those.
Right. Or they can go to one of those trees, and we still have some at the mall.
Someone was actually asking which ones, where the trees still are.
Right. We still have a tree at the mall. We have one at the Walmart Grape Street. We have one at North Walmart. Well, we have two at North Walmart. They can just go in, and there's still tags hanging. Old Navy still has some. I think First Financial's already come in. We have wonderful high schools, and they help us out. Their PALS program, they help us out. They do great things for angels. So we have some still out. We have about 300 left, and we just look forward to filling those.
I'm pretty sure that all of the ones at St. Paul have been picked up, and it's neat to be a part of a congregation that doesn't just say, well, these are our ministries, and we don't help others. This station gets heavily involved with the Salvation Army. My church gets involved with all kinds of things, everything from Meals on Wheels to the Salvation Army Angel Tree. And I can say not every church is willing to step out in their faith and do that and say, we're going to love on this community because that's what Christ told us to do.
Right. And, I think it's amazing. I've really enjoyed seeing, when I first got here to this community, I've done Angel Tree for years and years. When I first got here, I was thrilled to see how many churches kind of stepped in and filled the void in our community as far as our Angel Tree. It's phenomenal. And your church is certainly one of them. And I know I can always count on those angels being taken from there. I never have to worry. There'll be leftovers because they're always well provided for.
I want to meet Charles sometime. He sounds awesome. We named him Charles Wesley. We know that Charles is his real first name, as you told me.
I love that.
And so as a Wesleyan clergy person myself, we came up with Charles Wesley. I know that's probably not his name.
No, it's probably not his name, but I like the nod to the Methodist Church and the Wesleyan Church. I like that quite a bit.
Doesn't the Salvation Army have roots in that tradition in some way?
William Booth came from a Methodist church, and he was trying to decide. They had some folks that came into their church that were...
now, this was a long time ago in England, of course.
156 years ago.
In England, too.
Yeah, in England. He decided that, you know what? There are people coming into our church that didn't really fit in. They were hungry. They were drug addicts. They were alcoholics. They were prostitutes. They were homeless. And he decided, one day he was walking by a bar and he thought, what should I do? And somebody stepped out from the bar and said, you know what? Preacher Booth, why don't you say a couple words? And he had his first open air right there on that corner, and decided, you know what? I think we should create something where everybody can just come in and be loved on and taken care of. 156 years later, here we are doing the same ministry that William Booth did all those years ago. So we didn't take long to get to the United States, and now we're international, and we're first started as a church. We still are a church, and that's where our concentration is. We love of Christ, man. Love of Christ.
It's a church that really has embraced the call to live outside the walls, and that's really what makes it unique. There are churches that get involved with missions at home and overseas, and who knows where. Right. They've made it their denomination to be known for what their ministry is, rather than what they do on Sunday morning. That's touching.
Well, and it is, if you're living it through the week, not only on that Sunday morning, I think that says a lot. And I just had a conversation where I was picking up bell ringers tonight, and one of the guys said, they were talking about finding joy in the job you do. And I said, a long time ago I taught at a college, and I did good, money was great. But I'm going to tell you what, the ministry of the Salvation Army is where it's at. And, I really have loved it. I've loved the opportunity I've been given, and it's been exciting. So that's my ministry, and it brings me joy.
if I had Sean or Kevin or somebody up here, then we would have the ability to work with cameras on our simulcast, so you could kind of see what we're talking about.
Right.
And so we don't
It's
do
phenomenal.
all clothes at the beginning and everyone tunes out and says, oh, clothes. You
Right.
bought him underwear?
Right. Well, if you're in my household, I'm going to tell you the truth. My
If you're
kids
around
hate
an
it.
11-year-old boy,
Yeah, they're like underwear. But my kids in my
yet
household,
they use the most.
they're hilarious because they're like, if you come to our house for anything, like Christmas-wise, you're going to get socks and underwear. So as a mom, I truly appreciate what you bought that child. That's
And so that
fantastic.
probably for an 11-year-old kid starting with the first bit, and that you can pick this up. It's not too expensive, and you probably could go, I don't know, maybe to some of the dollar stores or something and
Right.
find underwear for kids pretty cheap. And so boxer briefs for Charles. 2 packages of that.
And I'm not
just gonna
gonna-
start dropping everything in the floor because there's so much here.
That's right. I'm not going to go into why those underwear are important, but he's 11 years old, so
Yeah.
it's
And and it's not
time for
just
him.
it's not just little kids. I mean, we think of angels, we think of the little 4-year-old
Right.
princess, and
Right.
the little speed demon on a skateboard that's 5 or 6. But yeah, there's older kids, and having been recently involved with another ministry or nonprofit with Big Brothers Big Sisters, there's kids that need loved on.
Right.
All the way up.
all the way into
Yeah.
all the way into
College.
their teens even.
Yeah.
We do 12 and under. That's kind of our spotlight focus. And I'll tell you, the 11 and 12-year-olds, they're really hard to be pulled off that tree.
Yeah.
Simply because their clothes are more expensive. The things they
I think
want
that might be it.
are
I've
more
realized
expensive.
that this
it
year,
is.
but
It is pricey. And, I was talking the other day, my child is 16. He's changed clothing sizes like 3 times in a year and a half. It's expensive. So you're looking at this 11-year-old boy, Charles, here, and he really needs some clothes. And you've done wow. It's just outrageous. I love it.
I think some of what's driving it, and it's just me, I'm starting to feel like, and I don't know if Stacy is listening, but I really feel like I just want to adopt, and I know she's going to say we're having our own kids too.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to skip all of those early years and go right to have the guy that, we're
That's struggling.
13, 14 years
Right,
old and
struggling
having
where he
driving
is.
lessons in a big warehouse parking
Right.
lot somewhere on Saturday mornings, which essentially means learning how to do donuts.
Right.
But,
Well, I know-
that's what I'm looking forward
You're
to.
a
So I
big
think
brother.
that kind of, as soon as I picked this up, I saw that and said, that's the one this year. I guess it was the Spirit leading me, but I said, okay, so he's 11 years old and he wants Nerf and RC cars.
Well, I think
that's
you've done
me.
that.
Maybe that was me. I don't know.
I think that's where you relate. I think that's why you picked him, because you love everything you've got in him, especially the tennis shoes. And the hat.
And I guess we can go ahead and go with that. We were talking a little earlier
Right.
when we started realizing that this show is a nerve center for spiritual warfare for
Right.
people. And we said, okay. And that one night I said, Luke 10:19 and Romans 16:20, the God of peace will soon crush Satan beneath your feet. And you will be
Perfect.
given authority to trample on all of the snakes and scorpions and powers of the enemy. And I said one night, we were live on air, and I said, this is where you curb stomp the devil. I think Vincent was here and looked over at me like, what did you just say and why? And we go back into music. He said, have you ever seen, I think the movie is American History X or something.
Right.
And it's a very, very violent thing. He said, do you realize what you just referred to? I said, I've seen the movie, and I think I know what I just said. And I think it's fitting.
Right.
The enemy does not
Absolutely.
deserve any
Perfect.
better than that.
No, he doesn't.
So when I was creating the graphics, which I built all the graphics ourselves, we tried to be good stewards of the station's money. And so I was looking through Google saying, okay, what I want to put a footprint there. And I had found this deal that's devil. You can see it in there. And it's, a devil
Perfect.
head. And I said, I
Yeah.
want to lay a footprint over that. And so the cleanest image I found on Google as far as footprint was this.
Adidas.
Adidas Superstars. I said, well, how about that? I've worn those since high school. So it's kind of a tradition. That's what we got the
Apropos.
girl last year.
Right.
And that was the first thing that we picked up for a kid. This is an 11-year-old, folks. A size 10 men's shoe. This kid is going to be a basketball player or a football player or something. He's in a youth extra large shirt and 16 slim pants already. So
we grow them big in Texas.
Kids go through a lot of clothes. I got in trouble. My mom said, "You tell me you didn't go outside and paint in your good shirt again." Well, of course I had. Or go outside and mow in your white tennis shoes, and we may have to get something dark to send if he mows the yard or something, so he doesn't ruin these. We've got a whole bunch of shirts, and as far as your gift giving ideas, there's a look for your clearance racks. Look at Academy, look at Walmart for the clearance racks, because this came off of the clearance rack at Walmart and rang up for $3.
Wow, you can't do any better. Yeah,
it's a very nice light blues, kind of a sky blue and white pinstripe polo shirt. I really like it. I like it enough. I'd probably wear that. Also, from Walmart, things that you can find very inexpensively, and we will, before we send you off, take the price tags off.
Right.
Crew T-shirts. These are unmarked, and as I've gotten along, the thing now is to wear shirts that are either a band shirt or don't have branding on it.
Right. Absolutely.
And so plain,
that's cool.
Plain gray T-shirt, and these are really soft. And a white one. These are $3.47 at Walmart. And then another polo shirt that he could wear, like for a sports award ceremony or something.
It's
this
for
one
the
I
ladies.
think was around $4.50.
You know that, Dustin. It's for the ladies.
The ladies. He's 11.
He doesn't know anything about ladies yet.
He probably will, judging by the sizes that we have on him at least.
He's growing. He's growing
Kids
fast.
hit puberty early. I think I was 13, 11, 10 and 11 is nothing these days.
You're right.
All right, so we'll get back to the clothes in just a minute. I mean, we're talking about a pre-adolescent here. You got one in your life that you're gifting things to? You can't go wrong with manly fragrances, not Axe, not Bodman, but something nice. And I found this. It's a Christmas gift kit that came from the toiletries area,
right,
at the discount store. And it's Old Spice Timber with sandalwood. That's a really masculine, really mature fragrance.
Very manly.
And I don't mean old grandpa. Stacey don't like the aftershave we'll wear because she thinks it smells like a grandpa. This is not that. Less than $10, a huge bottle of body wash, deodorant, and then a body spray that he could put in his backpack and
cool for a preteen.
Spray on after athletics
Very cool
or something.
for a preteen. He'll like that.
Yeah, he'll like that. Moving on to toys here. I want to do this one next. Our friend Chance, who is at Hobbytown. This is on Industrial. Talk about gift items for anybody.
Oh, that's a great
my age,
place.
I would love if somebody went in there and got Christmas gifts for me, because they have any kind of drone you could imagine. And we're not talking about going to a dollar store and getting something that might be appropriate for an 8, 9, 10-year-old, but they have the videography drones. They have the real deal there.
Right.
If
Not
you're
the
looking for a big gift,
that,
if you're looking for a big gift, maybe for your husband or something, that's definitely a place to look.
Well,
and in fact, we know Caleb White, who is a friend of the ministry here and is a senior in high school, I think. Junior or senior? I can't remember what Caleb is up at Hamlet. He now has a small business where he is shooting drone video for people.
That's awesome.
So it's a very, very mature gifts, but one that can, be a bigger thing than that.
Right. Well, when the spinners, remember those hand spinners first came out?
They even have little things like that there.
The only place you could find it was at that hobby place. And so I went in there and I was wowed. They're fantastic.
I did model trains when I was a kid, and they were all in scale, the little ones.
Right.
And they're all packed up somewhere. They have all of everything you need to make scenery, perhaps making a diorama for a school project, all of that.
It's amazing. They have a great
Hobby
store.
Lobby's a good place like that too, because they have all of the
they do have a lot of stuff.
Kits, the model car kits that you put together yourself, that you paint, and some people can do a really, really realistic job with these. One thing I know that would be neat about our local small business Chance at Hobbytown is that if you have a specific model of model kit to put together, say you're looking for a particular Navy ship or a particular car, maybe a 65 Mustang, but one that's a convertible, I bet he could find the kit. But he saw our post that said Charles wishes for Nerf model cars and RC cars, and we were communicating, and he said, come out and pick this up. And so this is the Nerf. Nerf's was for a while a big thing
Nerf.
here in the studio.
I love Nerf.
This is a dual strike rifle that shoots both the little mega darts, the little blue ones. The one I accidentally shot Kevin Pyland in the face with through that door over there by accident one night that he won't let me live down.
Was it really by accident?
Yes.
Okay, just
it was
checking.
terrible timing. He was walking along, and I was just gonna kind of like make it go along behind him. And he was going a little bit faster than I thought he was.
Right.
And he turned around and looked right at me.
Holy cow.
Like, uh-oh. So it has those, and it has the bigger red ones. And so this was compliments of Chance at Hobbytown, who said, I want to get involved with what you guys are doing with Angel Tree. And I found at a local discount store, we of course had to hook him up with the extra darts. For
Everybody
it.
needs the darts. It's no fun without the darts, so you have to have them.
My EMS partner, Susanna and Chris Daniels, also provided this. This one's not Nerf, but it's a little different. So maybe if Charles has siblings or his parent,
right.
They can do this together. And the darts are different enough they'll know who hit what. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I've been known to shoot a Nerf gun once or twice, so I'm really excited to see what Charles has down here. He's got quite a bit and a lot of fun stuff. There's more yet to come. Dustin has kind of went overboard a little bit.
I'm starting to thinking I wish that we had gotten less because I keep having to restart our talk beds for this. Okay, moving along.
What's next?
Have you had a chance to check out our new store in Abilene, Five Below?
I love Five Below.
Five Below
one of my
is
favorite places.
It's like the Dollar Tree because everything is capped at a particular amount, which is $5, but it's like it's on steroids because they have things that you couldn't sell for $1.
Right.
The candy selection,
phenomenal.
The candy they have has things you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else in town. You'd have to order off Amazon or something.
Even old-fashioned stuff.
Old-fashioned stuff.
That you think of way back when.
If you're looking for the Mike and Ike, but only the kind that has grape in it, they've got that.
Yes,
so we
those are
didn't buy
yummy.
him candy. I didn't want to be the one that's hated by a parent for loading him up with candy.
Well, you don't know if he's diabetic or if
True.
he has anything going on. So
True. So the next several items, the rest that kind of fill in with his wish items, all came from Five Below. So here's a great advice for you if you're on a budget. All of this, less than, I think, about $45.
Right.
Pretty cool. Who my age or older remembers an erector set? Remember erector sets?
I
had 'em.
do. That and Lincoln Logs. I had both.
I like the erector sets better than Legos even. It's kind of a toss-up, but Legos have gotten so incredibly expensive for one.
Well, $40 for a set of 300, that's pricey. Who can afford that?
And the neat thing I remember about Erector, you could get the kind that had interactive things. They had motorized ones you could get. And it was all, you had to think of how to put it together. It taught you a little bit of physics and taught you a little bit about engineering. I don't even know if they make it anymore. But this came from Five Below.
I've never seen it, but
this is a motorized kit. It's called Constructors. They had several. They have a front end loader. This is the drag car. They had a 3-wheeler, and it's a little rear-engined dragster that's motorized and everything. Of course, it does take a battery, so we picked up batteries.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
This was $5.
I love this
Continuing
stuff.
on with that, all of this is $5 or less.
Let's talk about the art stuff you got.
I thought it was important to give him things to do to have a creative outlet rather than just to run the RC cars around or whatever. So again, when I was probably in middle school, and maybe it still is a thing in middle school, gel pens.
Yes.
Multiple colors, 24 different colors, including metallic colors, neon colors. I don't know if he's got a girl he's got a crush on or something, and he's gonna write, all of the curly Q
if you write in
letters and
sparkly
everything,
pen, you
and
won
then
the
fold
girl.
it up in the little, with the tab that you have to
pull
open it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got those. I never was creative or interested enough as a 7th grader to do that. But so we have a sketchbook to go with that, and I've seen some people create some really neat things with what you wouldn't expect: colored gel pens and spray paint. So this will be a neat artistic outlet for them. A sketchbook. This is real sketch paper that kind of has the matte, kind of rough surface to sketch with, and then an artist kit that has everything from oil pastels to markers, even crayons, and watercolors in it. Each one of these, $5 at Five Below, so $15. If you've got a kiddo that loves to do art, you've got them set for a couple of months.
I don't know if this assorted rubber bands is something for him to use for his school stuff or a play toy.
Place.
Oh, just snapping each other?
It kind of goes along with the Nerf things. I hope I'm not creating a bully that he's going to go along and pop people on the arm, but what 11-year-old guy would not like a ball of rubber bands? So
I think that's creative.
Was only
I think
$2.
it's fun. That's fun.
He said remote control cars is one of the things. We found this remote control helicopter also at Five Below for less than $5 with the little remote and everything to fly it around. Rechargeable and everything. Little blue, it said Aerial Titan helicopter.
Well, what I like is you've gotten batteries for these things so he can actually play with them, because sometimes when Angel Tree gifts come in,
that's
somebody's
something to
gotten
think
something.
about.
Yeah, and they haven't given any batteries. And so the parents sometimes don't have the money to go out and get the batteries, so they never get to end up using it until later on. And how sad on Christmas morning you're opening your presents, you on batteries.
Do most of the parents that are recipients of this present the gifts on Christmas?
Yes, I think so.
So they have to go hide it somewhere.
Well, and that's half the fun, isn't it? And that half the fun. They might have to have a spare closet for all this stuff. You have to bring it back
over here, and I'll have to hide it for them
until
then.
That's right. For a while, put it in a big box.
Let's move back over to some of the clothes.
Yes.
And even
Leave
if
the fun
they don't,
stuff
even
there.
if they don't list clothes, is it a pretty good idea to try to get some basic things?
Well, some of these kids,
most of these kids have the sizes on them.
Yes, we try to make sure that we give sizes because kids need clothes, and he is 11 years old. I guarantee he's going to be kind of growing out of things quickly, especially boys. I didn't have that problem with girls, but my son, he's like 6 foot now, and he grew, like I said, in a year and a half, he three clothes sizes. So it's good to get boys a lot of stuff because they wear it out, they get it dirty, they get it stinky. No offense to boys out there, but like I said, I have 2 girls and a boy. I know boys are stinky. And so they could really use these clothes, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So I'm kind of excited about the clothes more because I'm a mom too.
Socks. As a kid gets into a more active stage, you can go. You used to get athletic socks, like running socks. You had to go to like a running supply place or something,
or Academy,
and
or
spend
something.
a ton of money on them, like $15, $20 a pair. Since Walmart has acquired the brand And One, which actually used to be a very premium name that was in the mall shoe stores and everything else, the basketball brand, and Walmart's acquired that. So you can pick these up. I think these are $8. 6 pairs of very nice athletic running socks with, it says, odor eliminating technology.
Thank goodness for that.
And they're also heat and sweat wicking, arch compression. These are great socks. In fact, I wear them myself. So we've got him both a set of black and white. They're no-show running socks.
I think Charles is a mini Dustin. That's what I think. I think he's going to be a mini Dustin.
He may be by the time we're through.
Because I think you've chosen some really cool things that kind of reflect your style as well.
Maybe that's
not a bad thing.
Maybe that's a
That's a
tip
good
for
thing.
when you're doing something like this. We're gonna continue on. Of course, pants. You can find jeans for bargain prices at any discount store. And this took me just a little bit of time. The places I went for the stuff I bought was basically just Five Below, Ross, and
I love
Walmart.
Ross. Isn't Ross fun?
It's amazing what you can get. In fact, I'm going to have to go restart that again.
We have a lot of stuff here. When he says that, he truly means it because there's still at least 10 pieces on this table ready to be talked about. And lots of stuff has been, everything has been specifically chosen for this child. And that's
you
really
never
great.
know what kind of need people are in.
No, you don't.
And I don't want to be the person that said, oh, the church is helping us.
Right.
And then it not be enough.
Right. And sometimes
we're told to give extravagantly and love
people mean
extravagantly.
well. People mean well. And
I'm saying I spent, I bought a lot of expensive items. I got
Right.
nice things, but I looked for really good deals.
you took some time to do it. And I think that's what's needed is take the time to go out there and look and see what's out there. There's some really good places to look, and there's lots of really cool deals and really cool clothes up here.
Shirts, long and short sleeve shirts.
Right. What's on the front of that? What is
Susanna
that?
picked this one up last night, and she found it.
she's
It's
so
kind of
cool.
like a cross between Star Wars and a football.
And glows in the dark.
It says glows in the dark. Absolutely.
So he could be hiding in this shirt with his Nerf gun ready.
It's also less than $5.
I love that. With his Nerf gun ready with his shirt on, and all you could see was that football running towards you. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
It sounds like laser tag to me.
Yes, I'm all for that.
Just kind of showing you on our simulcast a nice long sleeved thicker shirt that maybe if we get some snow or something.
Well, who knows?
Outside,
You know, it's supposed to be 77 tomorrow and 50 on Sunday.
Did get some. They're not really sweatpants. They're more like track pants, but that he can wear around the house or for football game. Pick up football game out in the park. Some shirts. Going back to Ross, this is Puma.
Right, we love Ross.
This is a Puma branded shirt, and the neat thing about Ross is you can see what things had originally cost. This was somewhere, I think, in the $20 range. Came with a pair of Puma crew socks. $9. This is Under Armour.
Wow.
It's heat gear.
That's a
and you can
huge
wear it
thing.
without an overshirt.
Right.
And I think anybody that wears Under Armour for anything, I wear it as an undershirt at MetroCare.
Right.
We're supposed to have one, but it's the only thing I can find that's not so thick that it just smothers me. And you know they're expensive. And
They are
the Under
very
Armour, this is
expensive.
a kid's heat gear shirt, short sleeve, and Under Armour prices them at $23. $10 at Ross.
$10.
So
That's a good deal.
If you need to do some shopping, the bargains are out there.
Yeah, you just gotta look.
I'm saving the best for last.
This is your favorite, I think, other than the shoes and the hat.
The hat.
Yeah.
This is a gift from my friends Bobby and Cheryl Wilson, who pastor up towards the Panhandle. Cheryl actually teaches school. And they saw some of the posts I've been making on social media saying, okay, folks, this is what we have left that we really need to try to get for Charles as far as clothes. The wishes came in quick.
Yeah, that's easy.
But the clothes we're trying to wrap up. And he actually sent me a message and said, we'll send you money for that.
Wow.
This is a $80 Under Armour hoodie.
Holy cow.
That we got for $20 at Ross.
That's great. That's great.
So, yeah, as far as trying to help people with gift giving ideas, guys love this. Teenagers,
yes,
kids love them.
Hoodies are huge.
I love hoodies.
Hoodies are huge right now.
The most comfortable one I've ever had, I lost at clergy retreat 2 years ago.
Did,
and
how
it was a gray
works.
one that looked just like this.
Oh, wow.
That's how I know that's an $80 hoodie that we picked up for
Now you know you can go out and get you one.
Thank you, Wilson Clan, for helping us out with that. And last but not least here, the hat. Now,
Right.
I'll let
This
you,
is serious
let you hold
business.
the hat. Of course, we have some Hot Wheels and stuff. You can
Right.
pick this up cheap.
Right.
The hat is
Serious business's hat. Beautiful.
Oh, it is.
What a great hat. And I knew that he was going to purchase this because he made very sure that I got the size of that child's head. And so we did that, and
I
here it is.
wasn't sure you would be able to do that. And you seemed to know exactly what family I was talking about. I'm like,
Right.
hey, I need to get him a fitted 5950 hat, and I need to know what his size is if we
Well,
can find it out.
the wonderful thing on here is you'll see an SS146B. That is corresponding to the book that holds that child's name. And so I can go back and I can know everything about that child. And so then I called Mom. And Mom said, oh, well, I don't think he's ever had one, but his head is just about this big. So then I went to my resident expert in my household, my husband, and he said, okay, if his head is about this big and he's this old, a 7, and so that is what he got, and I think it's going to be just perfect because I think he's going to be just ready for it, and it's going to be wonderful. And I'm really excited. The hat is fantastic. And Mom sort of knew. She said he had one when he was a little bit younger, and it was a little lower size, but she thought, when I said to her, my husband suggested 7, she said that sounded just about right to her. So,
well, and also before you leave, we're going to get a Sharpie out and cross out debit card numbers and things off of receipts.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we are going to send the receipts with them,
Right.
just in case. You know how fast these kids are growing. For all we know,
Right.
he'll be in a size 12 shoe by the time he gets them.
Right. Christmas Day, he's in a 14 or something, and we're like, oh, wow, what happened there? But yeah, absolutely. This is some wonderful stuff, and I know this child is going to be very blessed. I'm kind of excited. I wish I could be in his household on Christmas Day.
I really want to meet him, but
I bet he probably loved that. We try not to do that only because he is a 146B. So I guarantee that out there somewhere is a 146A that belongs to their family. And so
this was a family.
Yes, if he's a B, that means there's somebody that's an A. And so, there's a sibling out there somewhere, and I can't remember if it's a boy or a girl.
Let's check and make sure that the others at least got picked up already.
I sure will. I'll check that out for you, just to make sure. And
we don't want anyone else in the family left out.
I know that'll bug you too, so I'll check that when I go in the morning.
At least we can put that to the front of who goes to pick that up, and,
right,
and we'll be sure to
absolutely.
let you all know. You still have 300 and I know in a town of 125,000 people that there are 300 people that can do this, particularly as easy as it is, as we just demonstrated to you.
Big Country's really good about stepping in, and sometimes I get a little nervous because it comes up to the deadline, but I shouldn't be, because I know God's going to provide everything we need and everything for that.
The deadline's Sunday.
Well, yes,
but
some folks bring it in later, a little bit later for us.
You're not going to turn the help away.
No, we're not. And these angels, it may take till Tuesday or Wednesday to get them taken care of, but rest assured, the child that it's meant for gets those gifts, and we're very, very, very careful with that. And hence the code that's on there. That code doesn't mean anything to anybody other than internally. And when these gifts come in, they'll be matched to their family bag, and Charles will get his gifts. And I think he's going to be thrilled when he wakes up on Christmas morning and all of this is here. Whether they do Santa or not, or however they do it, I think this family is going to be very blessed by what they've gotten tonight.
I'm just checking to make sure that we haven't had somebody leave us a comment or need help with this. So stop by the Salvation Army. Shelley, you guys have a Facebook page. They can message you.
Salvation Army of Abilene, right?
Yes.
Go on there, and I'm always posting stuff. And they want to come down there, 1726 Butternut Street, right down the road. And then, our phone number is 677-1408. And I'll try my best to get back to you. We get a little busy, but I don't want to miss one of these children. So you call me, I'm going to get a call back to you so we can get them taken care of.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Anytime. I love coming.
This does my heart well that we were able to participate in this.
It's fantastic.
Stacey and I could do this and just say we're going to go ahead from the beginning and do it all out of pocket,
right,
like most people. But we've got an opportunity and a ministry here that enables other people to participate. And
absolutely.
I would like to think that perhaps somebody that couldn't have the means to do this for another kid, perhaps it's somebody whose kids were an angel,
right,
and they still don't have the ability to make Christmas possible for a kid,
right,
but they can help us out just a little bit and
absolutely
and do some bit.
Well, and prayer, I'll say this, pray for Charles, because we don't know his situation. We have over 3,000 kids this year. I don't know every one of their situation or mom's situation, but pray for Charles and his family, because, they can really use that. And all these kids on this tree, I always sometimes think, there's a little cardboard angel, but for every cardboard angel, there's a real kid behind that angel. And we just want to keep those kids in prayer, and their parents and their families. I think that's really important.
Thanks for coming by, and
anytime.
Definitely our prayers for this entire program as y'all continue. Sunday night, you've got a deal going on at Dillard's, is that correct?
We do, and it's fantastic. We go out there and we help the Dillard's folks, and we have music going on out there. So I heard
Isn't James involved in that?
he is. You know, he did it last year
James
for me.
Krigler.
And I heard a little birdie. Little birdie told me that you do music too, and I know that for a fact because I have heard you. We did a fantastic rendition of Veggie Tales last year. It was spectacular. If you remember that well, it was just. You know, they could sign us right now. I feel like that was just wonderful. And
I'll call Joro right now and say you need to sign us to Rockfest
That's
Records.
right. Veggie Tales, we know a mean Veggie Tale tune. But I heard this rumor that you guys were doing some stuff and you did some live stuff in the studio.
We did. We're
and
trying to do every
listened.
month doing a live worship break.
Well, I would love to have you all out there Sunday night. They don't particularly care what kind of music we do. I like Christmas music, but I like the Christian side of that Christmas music.
That's a big ask, but we'll see what we can come up with.
One of our guitarists at the Salvation Army, probably one of the best guitarists I've ever heard, Kenny down there. He runs our shelter. He came through our Recovering Addict program, and now he runs our shelter and has for years. Phenomenal guitar player. So
what is the time on the thing at Dillard's?
We're gonna kick it up about 6:30, and we're gonna go to about 9:30.
And there's food and fun. And
I don't know if there's food. You know how I am. I like to feed people, but we probably go. We take a kettle out there because we really like the visibility of it all. And who's to say we can't take your beautifully done kettle. If you guys haven't seen this, it's fantastic.
James told me when he goes and does his ringing, if he can take that.
Yes, I don't care. That'd be wonderful.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah, that'll be a little leg up on the other stations there that are participating.
The other stations need to find some of their musician people that
and get them involved.
Volunteer to go ring play
absolutely.
and do a kettle.
I asked Eric. I'm still checking to see if Eric's going to come out there and sing. He sang last year for us. Great voice, I know he's a part of your group that comes in the studio here. And James, of course, is going out there doing a little bit of music, some tunes for us, and Kenny will play along. And then my boss and I are singing. And I'm an alto. I'm a really low kind of grunt singer. But she has a beautiful soprano voice. So we're going to do Mary Did You Know and some other ones. We do some a cappella stuff. So it's going to be a really cool night. And it's their VIP thing. And we are just blessed to be able to come along.
And this is all about the Red Kettle program.
It is. They have other things going on. It's their fancy night for fancy people to come. I'm not fancy at all. If you've ever met me, I'm just not fancy. I've got jeans on and tennis shoes and a polo tonight, but I'm just not the fanciest person in the world. I'm so low maintenance. But I like to go out there because the women are dressed beautifully and the men are very handsome and they're out there shopping. But there's also a really good spotlight on the kettle program. So it's going to be really good. I'm very excited.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Shelley, thanks for stopping
Anytime.
by. And I'm happy to take almost a full hour out of the show to do that. I don't know about you, but that makes my heart
I really
good.
appreciate that. That doesn't happen anywhere else. I'll just tell you that.
Your news update is coming up right after this.
KLTP 90.9 San Angelo, brought life-changing Christian music. KGNZ Abilene 88.1. KLTP 90.9 San Angelo, broadcasting worldwide at KGNZ.com.
Howdy, folks. For almost 30 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been serving the Abilene and Big Country area with a full line of products from Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC trucks, as well as providing an in-house customer service center to help with any questions. Lawrence Hall in Abilene has a complete selection of new model cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with certified pre-owned models, with a fully equipped service department, body shop, and factory-trained technicians. Lawrence Hall in Abilene provides service after the sale. Their website at www.lawrencehallofabilenetx.com lists sales and service specials too. Their phone number, 325-695-8800. That's 325-695-8800. That's Lawrence Hall in Abilene, a trusted KGNZ partner.
It's 10:10, and it is time for your nightly news update on KGNZ with local content from our exclusive media partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. In Stamford, At least one person has passed away after a serious four-vehicle accident near the city of Stamford earlier this evening. Authorities have confirmed that at least one fatality has occurred as a result of that crash, which happened near the 5,560 block of Highway 92. Again, that is near Stamford. The vehicles involved in the incident are reported to be two 18-wheelers, a tow truck, as well as a four-door passenger vehicle. Multiple law enforcement agencies, as well as fire agencies from surrounding communities, including Stamford, Anson, Hamlin, and Haskell, as well as the Texas DPS, were dispatched to the scene of the accident. The authorities also completely shut down Highway 92 in both directions as a result of that collision earlier this evening. We'll have more information on that at ktxs.com once more information becomes available. Slide Fire Solutions in Moran invented bump stocks for guns. Back in June, Slide stopped selling bump stocks and ceased all operations. Whenever anybody tries to visit Slide Fire Solutions website, they are directed to go to the website of another Texas company, RW Arms, who continues to sell Slide Fire Solutions bump stocks. President Donald Trump will soon be moving forward with banning bump stocks nationwide. Many local gun owners that K-Texas News spoke with today felt like the proposed ban is not the answer to preventing gun violence in America. Said one local gun owner, so far, bump stocks have been used in one crime, and it would have been just as effective without them. Bump stocks came under scrutiny last year for that one crime when a gunman in Las Vegas rigged his weapons with the device, killing 58 people and wounding nearly 500 others before killing himself. Abilene resident and NRA member Arthur Judge also said that the decision to ban bump stocks should not be made by the federal government, saying it should be a state-by-state basis. Trump's proposed regulations would require existing bump stock owners to destroy the devices or otherwise surrender them to authorities. And the Abilene Police Department has issued a warning about a phone scam today. According to police, someone is calling people claiming to be with, quote, the Social Security office. They ask for your personal information and threaten to call police if you don't give it to them. Police say the number one thing to do if you receive a call like this is simply to hang up. At 10:13, that has been your nightly news update with local content from our exclusive partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. It's time for more Christian rock, hard rock, metal, hip-hop, and more here on West Texas's harder side of life-changing music. I'm Dustin Tatro. Here's Disciple. Are you a radical? Till the day I die, man. It's KGNZ at night.
not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. Not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. Not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. Not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. Till the day I die, with my heart, with my soul. Till the day I die, I'll be radical. With my blood, with my bones. Till the day I die, I'll be radical. To my friends, to my foes. Till the day I die, I'll be radical. With my heart, with my soul. Till the day I die, I'll be radical.
It's Disciple with Radical. We're called to radical love. And folks, my heart is warm tonight. I don't know about yours. As you can see, Chris and Shelley making out of here with the loot. Angel Tree 2018. They still need some help. Get with the Salvation Army. Around 300 kids that still need help for this Christmas. You can do it. It's a good thing to do. Here's Relent.
Here I feed my room. what we all need. It's hard to see underneath the lies. Underneath the lies. My mind's a loaded gun. No one can hear me screaming. Another night that comes undone. You're the one that keeps me breathing. Keep me breathing. Won't you keep me breathing? We get up, we get knocked down. We get lost behind the crowd. Looking for a new way out. It's hard to stand, but we won't bow tonight. We won't bow tonight. My mind's a loaded gun. No one can hear me screaming. Another night that comes undone. You're the one that keeps me breathing. Keep me breathing. Won't you keep me breathing? We all breathe and we all bleed. We all breathe and we all bleed. We all breathe and we all bleed. My mind's a loaded gun. No one can hear me screaming. Another night that comes undone. You're the one that keeps me breathing. My mind's a loaded gun. No one can hear me screaming. Another night that comes undone. You're the one that keeps me breathing. Keep me breathing. Won't you keep me breathing? We all breathe and we all bleed. We all breathe and we all bleed.
I'm Dustin Tatro along with you. It's 10:24 on your Friday evening on our special Angel Tree wrap-up show. Now, the important thing to remember, you can go back and catch the Simulcast and kind of see what you were able to help accomplish for the Salvation Army Angel Tree programmer, Angel Charles, who is an 11-year-old boy, and I think he's going to have a very blessed Christmas. And the most powerful thing to me about it is that it's going to be in the context of saying this is because God loves you and people care about you. That's pretty powerful to me. One thing we need to keep in mind is that I just discovered tonight that there are more angels in Charles' family because he had a B at the end of his ID number. That means there are others. Shelley is going to be checking to make sure that all of the other people in the family have gotten picked up already. But we may be getting with you for some help if we need to take care of that. They're at the very least going to go ahead and move those to the front, folks. There are still 300 angels. It's only just now going to be December in the next couple of minutes, but we need to get that taken care of. 300 kids in Abilene that need your help, that need people to step up and love on them. Some really true needs, some clothes, and then some wish items that they can enjoy as well. Your good news tonight comes from Psalm 30, verses 11 through 12. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord my God, I will praise you forever. That's your good news tonight from Psalm 30, verses 11 through 12. Brand new music released this morning from Oh Sleeper after a hiatus, and it's I haven't got to hear it yet. We're going to check that out later in the show. Right now, here's Under Oath with Writing on the Walls, and coming up, a little 1,000-foot crutch. Then we'll be checking in on your weather forecast. Stick around.
Comfort in this road.
My name is Jack Blakely, and this is Abilene's place for Christian rock and hip hop. KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro.
I can be stupid, but not outrageous. I can be sickness, but not contagious. I can be empty, but I'm not nameless. The way that you love me, the way that you love me. I can be patient, but I'm not waiting. I can be shook up, but I'm not shaken. I can be angry, but I'm not jaded. The way that you love me, the way that you love me. I am not alone here. I'm not on my own here. I am not alone here. I'm not on my own. Running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go. I've been running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go. I can be outraged, but not a traitor. I can be distant, but I'm no stranger. I am a target, but without danger. It's the way that you love me, the way that you love me. I can be strong, but not without weakness. I can be helpless, but not defeated. I can be cut deep, but I'm not bleeding. It's the way that you love me, the way that you love me. I am not alone here. I'm not on my own here. I am not alone. I'm not on my own. Running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go. I've been running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go. I feel the pressure of 10 men when the floor cracks and the walls start moving in. I feel the strength is from within, kicking down the doors and walls, we're coming in. I feel the pressure of 10 men when the floor cracks and the walls start moving in. I feel the strength is from within, kicking down the doors and walls, we're coming in. Running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go. I've been running with giants everywhere I go. It's an unspoken alliance, so I can just let go.
Your rock show is live in crystal clear high definition on YouTube Live, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll be back right after these words with your weather forecast.
Red Roof Inn supports our active duty military and veterans. And to say thanks, they're offering the Home for the Holiday military discount. Just use code VP hashtag 623095 when you book your stay at redroof.com or by calling 1-800-RED-ROOF. KGNZ throws in a big old much obliged by giving away VIP certificates good for a free night stay at any Red Roof across America. Active duty and veterans, the Home for the Holiday military discount is available to you by using code VP hashtag 623095 for stays reserved between now and February 28th, 2019 at redroof.com or at 1-800-RED-ROOF. More info and links at kgnz.com.
Got a minute for your health? Here's Dr. Ken Patterson.
This is the situation. Our bodies are deteriorating. Now, even in the absence of disease, the healthcare system is only addressing the results of this, not the root cause. Wellness or regenerative medicine is about addressing the root cause. So what action can I take about this today? The action that you need to take is to ask yourself, am I in the best health possible? Have I invested in my health and my wellness as I should? Answer this question for yourself and decide to take action.
Helping you with your health, Dr. Ken Patterson with the Restore Wellness Center, 325-704-5069. 325-704-5069.
It's time for our 10:30 look at your weather forecast with information from the National Weather Service. Tonight in Lubbock, expect winds continue to blow throughout the evening with mostly clear skies and lows around 40. Those winds out of the west as high as 25 miles an hour, gusting closer to 35. For San Angelo tonight, mostly clear skies with lows pushing 40 degrees. Pretty much the same on the winds, 15 to 20 out of the west-southwest. And patching, blowing dust persisting at least for another couple of hours here across the big country. Fair skies tonight with lows around 50 degrees, gusting as high as 40. In fact, at the moment, wind speeds pretty much across all 5 cities in our listening area. Major cities, southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour, right now gusting to 30. That's what's going on at the moment. Your Saturday forecast up in Lubbock going to be sunny with highs around 62 degrees. Still a lot of wind throughout the weekend. Tomorrow, westerly winds for Lubbock at 25 miles an hour by afternoon, increasing to around 30, gusting as high as 40 miles an hour tomorrow. That's for the South Plains. For the Concho Valley, sunny with highs just into the 70s tomorrow. Winds gusting as high as 40, sustained at 20 miles an hour out of the west-southwest. And for Abilene, expect a lot more blowing dust. Sunny with highs near 70 tomorrow. Same on the winds. West at 25. That's the biggest risk for now is blowing dust. I know it's messing with a lot of people's allergies and breathing right now. We are looking at pretty hazy conditions outside of the KGNZ studios right now for that reason. And that's probably because much of the Lubbock area is down here in our atmosphere. Your current temperature is 60 degrees in San Angelo, 58 in Snyder, 65 degrees in Graham, 50 and breezy in Lubbock. That's no joke. And 63 degrees here at the studios at KGNZ. I've got David Paul Brooks on the one with that song, Feel So Good Today, along with No Big Deal. That's before we get to your 10 o'clock worship break. And right now, it's Memphis May Fire off of the new album, Broken. I got the right shirt on for it today, folks. Sell my soul. Memphis May Fire on KGNZ at night, The Rock Show. I'm Dustin Tatro along with you till midnight tonight. Good evening.
Like everybody else, yeah. can take my life, take it all. I don't belong here, I don't belong here. Take my pride, take it all, but I'm never gonna sell my soul. Yeah, they want me to sell my soul and live my life with their blindfold. 'Cause they feel safe when my mouth is closed. Yeah, they want me to sell my, they want me to sell my, they want me to sell my, I will never sell my soul.
And as my granddad would have said, people in hell want ice water. I don't care what they want. I'm not selling my soul. My soul is sold out for Jesus Christ. And I hope you can say the same thing. That I feel good about. It feels so good today from David Paul Brooks on KGNZ.
Don't you want to see what it be like? You got to be right to have a free life. If you want to know how it feels like, you got to see Christ. He's the tree of life. Got my thumbs up like a hitchhike. Get in line just like a pinstripe. Have to speak life through my windpipe so we can be right. Gonna get better now. Ready for the weather now. Go get your sweater now. Smile like it's cheddar now. Yeah, time to go get it now. I will not let you down.
I'm up when I'm down. I ain't got time to frown. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. There's nothing you can say that can even change my day. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. I feel so good today. I feel so good today. I feel so good today.
Hear what I'm saying? Y'all jokers playing. I got the king in my hand and I'm staying. Cooking this beat, I'm about to be playing. Faith, love, that's what I'm claiming. My goal and aiming, no longer blaming anyone for the day, so I keep praying. Time to say amen. You're a champion, time to get in shape. Go ahead and weigh in. Gonna get better now. Ready for the weather now. Go get your sweater now. Smile like it's cheddar now. Time to go get it now. I will not let you down.
I'm up when I'm down. I ain't got time to frown. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. There's nothing you can say that can even change my day. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. I feel so good today. Woo! I feel so good today.
Yeah. Come on. Yo, you hear me though? I'm speaking life to your stereo. I'm feeling good, the scenario. Circle of life like a Cheerio. Now here we go. Can you feel me though? Got the healing for your physical. Talking to every individual. Spiritual. Believe God for your miracle. Come on.
Up when I'm down. I ain't got time to frown. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. There's nothing you can say that can even change my day. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. I feel so good today. I feel so good today. Woo! I feel so good today. I feel so good today. I feel so good today. I feel so good today.
Confessions. With the stress now, we are gonna need some intercession. Feel the pain arise, how could I lie night after night by your side, all the while keeping lies down inside. Put my vows to the side, now your eyes closed tight in the night, Valentine's. Just another day, feeling out of place, and I really hate me. When I see your face, then I contemplate, what if I erase me? Better that than facing the truth. Someone better waiting for you. Someone who is faithful to you. Grab me by my face with your wedding band up against my jaw. Said I'm here to stay, that's for every win, that's for every loss. I can never estimate price you paid to forgive my faults. I said, baby girl, you don't have to take this. She said, boy, you gon' have to face it.
I wanna hold you close. I'll never let you go. Come let me in your arms. I wanna hold you close.
How do people get like me? You ain't never seen a wreck like me. You ain't never owed a debt like me. How you gonna save a wretch like me? I might turn a bottle to a hospital. Saw somebody carve a canyon. In their skin saw the Rio Grande. Turn red, they might need a bandage. Need a friend, I feel so abandoned. But I know I deserve it. I don't even wanna fight the verdict. I don't need some kind of words. I have heard everyone I know, I'm the worst. And flying birds really kinda covet. Scared to go, cause I don't know what's next. When I die, will I fly? Will I love it? Will I pay the price for rejecting everything you gave? How much does your grace cost? When I face off with my past and I lose the game, build a sandcastle out of fear. And now I pray that you'll send a wave. Will you renovate? Will you terminate? If you're even there, you just probably hate me. Grab me by my hand and I felt the spirit moving my heart. Said I'll live again and that all I did is nail to the cross. I could never estimate price you paid to forgive my fault then. I said, Lord, I cannot repay this. He said, boy, you gon' have to face it.
I wanna hold you close. I'll never let you go. Come let me in your arms. I wanna hold you close. I wanna hold you close. I'll never let you go. Come let me in your arms. I wanna hold you close.
I have some exceptionally exciting news to share with you right now. Harkening back to the Friday Night Football show, we'll catch this. State quarterfinals next week with a time and place still to be determined. The Albany Lions and the Hamlin Pied Pipers. This is going to get exciting. The first matchup this season was a win for Albany, 34-27 over Hamlin. The scores tonight, Albany wins 48-27 and Hamlin 21 over Wellington 18. What a game from what I understand as well. Again, we're looking for this one next week. Albany and Hamlin in the state quarterfinals. We're going to work on finding that out. And I don't believe that either of those teams have regional radio coverage. We may be looking for a sponsor to do some Friday Night Football show playoff coverage for that. So we'll be talking with you. Hamlin has a hometown station they're involved in, but if you are out there and are interested in sponsoring some playoff coverage of the Albany Lions and Hamlin Pied Pipers in the state quarterfinals, please get with William next week. You can email him at william@kgnz.com or call here during the week, 673-8801. That's awesome. That one I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping I can get to that. Very busy, but we're going to work on it. The Man Who Saved Christmas. That is the movie tomorrow night at 6:30 in the community of May in Brown County. It's one of those May community movie nights. It's donations, pass the plate to help maintain the community center there, and they do a lot of neat things like this. The movie is the story of Charles Dickens writing The Christmas Carol, featuring Ebenezer Scrooge, Tiny Tim, and other characters that are in the famous story. There is no charge, but again, they're taking money to help maintain the community center there in May. If you want to go, that's tomorrow night at 6:30. And Wiley Baptist Church, since 1982, has presented the Living Christmas Tree, and this year is no exception. The theme is Christmas Worship. A great presentation in our community over the last 32 years with well over 100 people. I believe when Dan Carpenter was here earlier this week, he mentioned something like 125 or 130 people at Wiley Baptist directly involved with presenting this. Times are Thursday through Sunday of next week. Thursday night and Friday night, 7:30 performances. On Saturday, you could go at either 4:30 or 7:30, or for a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock. The church is at 6097 Buffalo Gap Road near Antley and Buffalo Gap. There is no charge, but it is best to call the church office with the date you have in mind that you want to go, so that they can make sure there's room for you. So reserve your tickets, but they are free. You can call for those at 325-692-3206. Again, that is 692-3206 for the Living Christmas Tree. Year number 32 at Wiley Baptist Church. It's time to forget about all of those things that separate us. Remember, we are united in love, and we are united because we were loved. That's grace, and that's why we worship him. It's your 10 o'clock worship break at 10:52 on your Friday night. Here's We Are Vessel with Lion and the Lamb. Little Reckless Love rock version on the way from Barry Blair, former guitarist of Audio Adrenaline. It's the worship break on KGNZ at night.
Broken hearts declare his praise, and who can stop the Lord on a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found and leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it and I don't deserve it, but still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found and leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it and I don't deserve it, but still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found and leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it and I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, you chase me down, fight till
Broadcasting his life-changing music all over West Texas. KGNZ 88.1, KLTP 90.9 San Angelo. Broadcasting his life-changing music worldwide at KGNZ.com. We appreciate the team of Lone Star Electric Company in Abilene for their support of Christian radio KGNZ. Lone Star is a professional electric service contractor offering complete commercial, industrial, and residential service and repair. Lone Star is bonded and insured for your protection with 24-hour emergency service. 677-0186. 677-0186.
Don't get wired without us, Lone Star Electric.
And that reminds me, if you haven't been downtown to check out the downtown parks, they are spectacular. Here's Lecrae as we kick off the final hour of the show tonight. Come and get me.
You better tell me if you with me. I know the devil trying to stop me. Got these people out here wishing they could pop me. If they want me, come and get me. Man, I ain't scared of none of y'all. The only thing I fear the IRS and God. If you want me, go against me. Nah, they probably better think twice. Got angels over my head, war on my mind. If you want me, come and get me. Well, y'all might as well go ahead. I'm probably more of a threat to y'all when I'm dead, though. 24 years old, my mama brought me to the globe. She tried to tell me it was cold and taught me how to keep the code. Nah. She told me to go to school and get my education. But remember, there's a bias to them books that they been making. Gave me soul on ice and taught me about the middle passage. Told me God ain't writing at this. More to life than rapping. I express my opinions, my faith, and my views. If they want to keep me quiet, tell them do it. You better tell me if you with me. I know the devil trying to stop me. Got these people out here wishing they could pop me. If they want me, come and get me. Man, I ain't scared of none of y'all. The only thing I fear the IRS and God. If you want me, go against me. Nah, they probably better think twice. Got angels over my head, war on my mind. If you want me, come and get me. Well, y'all might as well go ahead. I'm probably more of a threat to y'all when I'm dead, though. Once upon a time, God opened up my mind, and He showed me I don't have to be a product people buy. With this God-given wisdom, I can climb out the hole. Stay about the system, cause the system never let you go. Speak the truth without no fear. It's gonna root with my career. I've been a mascot for too long. I ain't come here for no cheers. First of all, let me be clear one time. Let me be real one time. If you want a religious puppet, you gon' have to hang this guy. I've been around the world and seen pretty girls get caged up like sex slaves. Crooked cops done pulled me over, treated me like I ain't made in the image of God, and that's so odd. I'm in Sunday service with a snapback, and if you're hating on me, gon' hate, but if you gon' ride, you better tell me if you with me. I know the devil trying to stop me. Got these people out here wishing they could pop me. If they want me, come and get me. Man, I ain't scared of none of y'all. The only thing I fear the IRS and God. If you want me, go against me. Nah, they probably better think twice. Got angels over my head, war on my mind. If you want me, come and get me. Well, y'all might as well go ahead. I'm probably more of a threat to y'all when I'm dead, though. The sky ain't the limit. To me, it's a limitation. Interplanetary on my navigation. You can follow me to every destination. Come on, let me make it plain. Look, I'm just trying to fly with you. Let me tell it, man. Look, I ain't never lied to you. I'ma keep it real. I'ma ride with you. Get the key and peel. If you're getting money like a king of wheel, gon' fill up base, gon' make a meal. If you're hating on me, then you speak in tongues, get a translator. If you're flaking on me, gon' let us know I got plans later. Look, I've been trying to tell them since 0405. That's real talk. Still, you know these people doubt me every time. Had an alter ego, but my ego altered at the altar call. Looked up at the ceiling and I heard the angels talking, y'all. What they say, they said. I was made in His image, in His likeness. Fight this if you don't like this. Herbs and spices, righteous. Nothing in the world quite like this. Hold on to it with a tight fist. Prototype this, no matter what your type is. You better tell me if you with me. I know the devil trying to stop me. Got these people out here wishing they could pop me. If they want me, come and get me. Man, I ain't scared of none of y'all. The only thing I fear the IRS and God. If you want me, go against me. Nah, they probably better think twice. Got angels over my head, war on my mind. If you want me, come and get me. Well, y'all might as well go ahead. I'm probably more of a threat to y'all when I'm dead, though.
The time is now 11:06. We are breaking into our regular programming with an update from ABC News. George Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st President of the United States, has died at age 94. His death was announced by his family moments ago on Twitter. The president's health had been in decline in recent months. In a statement that reads, George Herbert Walker Bush, World War II naval aviator, Texas oil pioneer, and 41st President of the United States of America, died on November 30th, 2018. He was 94 and is survived by his 5 children and their spouses, 17 grandchildren, 8 great-grandchildren and 2 siblings. This statement from the former president's office continues, he was preceded in death by his wife of 73 years, Barbara, his second child, Pauline Robin Bush, and his brothers Prescott and William, or Bucky Bush. His son, George W. Bush, who was the country's 43rd president, released a statement of his own from their family that reads as such: Jeb, Neil, Marvin, Doro, and I are saddened to announce that after 94 remarkable years, our dear dad has died. George H.W. Bush was a man of the highest character and the best dad a son or daughter could ask for. The entire Bush family is deeply grateful for 41's life and love, for the compassion of those who have cared and prayed for Dad, and for the condolences of our friends and fellow citizens. Bush was admitted to Houston Methodist Hospital with a blood infection on April 22nd, only 2 days after the funeral of his wife of 73 years, former First Lady Barbara Bush. Bush was there when Barbara passed away at 92 on April the 17th. Bush was a key part of his family's political dynasty. His father was a senator, and his son, George W. Bush, served as president from 2001 to 2009. He served 2 terms as President Ronald Reagan's second-in-command and became the first incumbent vice president to be elected president since Martin Van Buren in 1836. Bush's tenure in the White House was limited to 4 years. He was defeated for re-election by Democrat Bill Clinton in 1992. A weakened economy, a limited domestic agenda, and a broken promise against raising taxes contributed to Bush's defeat. He was a one-time oil executive who spent years in government service, including terms as CIA director, ambassador to the United Nations, and liaison to the People's Republic of China. He was also elected to the House of Representatives as a congressman from Texas. Following his time in the White House, he and his wife moved to Houston, where they led a relatively quiet life. Bush had begun experiencing health problems during his presidency. In 1991, he was treated at a hospital for an irregular heartbeat. Doctors diagnosed him as having Graves' disease, a thyroid condition that by coincidence his wife also had. Bush experienced a recurrent of the irregular heartbeat in February 2000 while attending a reception in Naples, Florida. He spent a night in the hospital, but smiled and joked with reporters the next day. In November of 2012, he was admitted to a hospital in Houston for bronchitis and a chronic cough, and was expected to return home well before Christmas, but remained hospitalized throughout that holiday. Officials said that he had a high fever and had been placed on a liquids-only diet. And in 2017, he was admitted to the ICU at Houston Methodist to address an acute respiratory problem stemming from pneumonia, according to his office. His family had said publicly that the former president was no longer able to walk unassisted, a frustration for a man who enjoyed an active lifestyle of golf, fishing, jogging, and power walks on the beach near his summer home in Maine. Bush had said he did not want age to slow him down. He made a parachute jump from an airplane only 4 years ago on his 90th birthday and celebrated his 75th, 80th, and 85th birthdays the same way. In one of his final interviews, Bush reflected on his life, relishing the love of family and friends. I've been very blessed. When you look around compared to others, Bush told ABC News' World News Tonight anchor Diane Sawyer in June 2012. But you must feel responsibility to others. You must believe in serving others. I think that's a fundamental tenet of my life. At 94, the 41st President of the United States of America, George Herbert Walker Bush, has passed away. Coverage will continue throughout coming days along with funeral arrangements. We continue on with music coming up from Relentless Flood, and here is Circus 71 with Shake.
Shake, shake, shake every piece of my heart. Here I am, everywhere and famous, the homeless and poor, slick politicians and corporate greed, talkers of peace but makers of war. In a world that's spinning out of our control, I will have no fear, 'cause I am not alone. It doesn't matter what storm may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. Chaos is rampant, the battles rage. This time bomb is ticking and won't slow down. When will we see that there's hope today? The light of the world will not burn out. I know sometimes it seems like hope is all but lost. Just remember Jesus lives. He conquered hell upon the cross. It doesn't matter what storms may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. So lift your voice and raise your hands up to the sky. We're giving glory to the one who reigns on high. Through everything, my king is on the throne. Doesn't matter what storm may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. So lift your voice and raise your hands up to the sky. We're giving glory to the one who reigns on high. Through everything, my king is on the throne.
If you're looking for Christian rock and hip hop, you found it. This is Michelle, and you're listening to KGNZ at Night with Dustin Tatro.
Oh no, there's something wrong. It's like I don't belong. There's something poisoning my skin, fighting for my soul. It's slowly creeping in. The pain is
I refuse to let this monster out. Good evening. I'm Dustin Tatro, along for the ride with you, at least for the next 40 minutes or so, here on KGNZ at night. If you missed in the past little bit, we broke into our programming to announce that the 41st President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush, has died at 94. Having lost Barbara earlier this year back in April after a 73-year model marriage, I'm finding peace in a life lived with vivacity and a heavenly reunion tonight. At 11:23, our final look at your good news tonight, Psalm 30, verses 11 through 12. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord my God, I will praise you forever. That's your good news tonight. We've got music on the way from Tadashi, Gotta Live, along with Carol of the Bells, a little August Burns Red, and right now, it is the latest from the guys in Collision of Innocence with their single, Eyes Like Fire. This is West Texas's Christian rock and hard rock, KGNZ at night.
Transgressors, our blood which they've taken. Will it be today? We've waited so patiently. A cup of wrath will taste for all of humanity. Descending on a cloud for all the world to see. Dressed in white with strength and majesty, love dripping red with eyes like fire, sword held up high, behold the white horse rider. The white horse rider. Cries of the martyrs, he has heard your voices. When the day nears, they will pay for their choices. Look up until the day, and oh, never be afraid. Vengeance isn't yours. In time they will face their grave. Descending on a cloud for all the world to see. Dressed in white with strength and majesty, love dripping red with eyes like fire, sword held up high, behold the white horse rider. I can hear it, I can hear it now. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it now. I can hear it, I can hear it, I can hear it now. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it now. I can hear him now, he's coming to avenge me. I can feel it now, he's coming to avenge me. I can hear it now, he's coming to avenge me. I can feel it now, he's coming to avenge me. Rise! Look deep into his eyes. Look deep into his eyes, that's where the fire lies. Descending on a cloud for all the world to see. Dressed in white with strength and majesty, love dripping red with eyes like fire, sword held up high, behold the white horse rider. Rise! Look deep into his eyes. Look deep into his eyes, that's where the fire lies.
My name's Madison from Clack Middle School. You're listening to
Even
KGNZ.
when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag
like I need to breathe. Yeah, make it clear like I need to see. Woo. As a kid, mama told me sky's the limit till you hit it. Like King Griffey to the fences, out of there, out the park, hit and run. That's my drive. That's my drive. It's a vibe, been that way all my life. Yeah, I shut it down when I shine with the truth. Yeah, I ride with the crew. Gave my life to the truth. Testify. Walk on water like the Son of Man. Understand? I'll never drown. Take a hit and never quit. Might be down but never out. There are days that I fail, and the train's off the rail. Through the pain we prevail. Tell them you just gotta live.
Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag me down, but I'll be living in the clouds. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. Just gotta live. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live.
Living till there's nothing left. Lean on. We need you like there's no one else. Ain't nobody out here more like you. And with you that broke the mold, and ain't no more like you. That's for sure. I can't drop out like the top down on the coupe. Tell them watch out when I walk, I make a move. Sunday morning with my hands up, like they got the handcuffs. Searching for some answers since mama passed cancer. And my sister left Seattle with a one-way ticket home. Hope she hold the chase and teaching him to speak some more. Gotta keep it going. Yeah, that's all it told me. Tell him you can make it when you know the one and only.
Burning right beyond the fire. You were born to win, yeah, you're a fighter. Don't let your light just fade away. You just gotta live. 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 I just wanna live. He wants you to live. You just gotta live. Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live. Yeah. I just wanna live.
His life-changing music at KGNZ.com.
Carol of the Bells, August Burns Red. And it is officially Red Kettle season, a big event at Dillard's going on with Salvation Army Sunday night. Going to try to get out there and hang out a little bit with Frankenkettle. Frankenkettle is our Media Wars kettle for the 2018 season. It is a contest, one for decoration and two for funds raised. And I don't know, we might lead some carols or something. Shelley said earlier she wants the worship band that we've been having on our 10 o'clock worship break live. And I think it's just too short notice to do that. It's already the weekend, and this is going on Sunday night again at Dillard's. It'll be a fun time. We'll be out there supporting the Red Kettle campaign. And I want you to know that you can, I won't be here ringing the bell, but you can come by the station anytime the station is open and drop money in the kettle, which is going to be in the foyer up front. That's where it's going to live. We're working on hearing from Walmart on specifically what nights we will be out there ringing the bell with Frankenkettle and doing live broadcast of the Rock Show, Northside Walmart, and probably Neighborhood Market, and we will announce those dates as soon as we can so that you can come hang out with us. I think the offer had been made. I don't know if the powers that be know, but there have been volunteers that have offered to bring the canteen out there, and you know what that means. Hot chocolate. Maybe a little Tom Hanks, too. That reminds me as well, towards the end of the month, we'll have Stories of Christmas, which is local people that you know reading the stories that impacted us. Polar Express, some very excellent faith-based narratives. And, of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Who will be reading this year? Will it be you? Let us know if you want in on it. It's far enough out we can make that happen. Also, Hot Christmas, get that on your radar. Your best hot sauce, traditional Tex-Mex salsa recipe, that is going to be live judged on Friday, December the 14th. We've got celebrity judges that are going to be here for that, and we need your entry. There will be prizes on the line, some prize baskets, gift certificates. We're working on that too, but mark December the 14th on your calendar for that contest date. That happens 2 weeks from tonight. So have in mind what you're going to make. Ryan, and let's stay away from the Magnum 357 additive you put in there this year. He won it, and it was face melting, but in a good way. If we can tell it's going to be inedible, our volunteers will reject that before it even makes it into the studio. So do a good job. Don't try to do a gag entry for us. But there are some good prizes on the line. Hot Christmas is coming up on the 14th, and don't forget to come by and feed Frankenkettle. He won't bite you. Coming up, our final look at your forecast tonight. Stay tuned.
We appreciate the financial partnership of Circle C Hauling. Circle C Hauling LLC is hiring Class A CDL truck drivers with hazmat and tanker endorsements. Job has great pay opportunities and home time. Call Josh Martin at 325-201-6868. Thank you, Circle C Hauling, for supporting the ministry of KGNZ.
Here's our final recap of your Rock Show forecast with information from the National Weather Service. Still quite windy and quite dusty across West Texas tonight, with in most areas winds averaging at 15 to 20 miles an hour right now out of the southwest, with gusts around 30. Your forecast for the rest of the night in Lubbock, mostly clear skies with lows about 40 degrees. West winds expected to persist at 20 to 25 miles an hour. For San Angelo, mostly clear with lows pushing 50 degrees. Again, quite windy with west-southwesterly winds at 15, gusting to 35. And for Abilene tonight, a bit hazy. That will continue as we have half of the South Plains hanging in the air around here. Lows around 50 degrees tonight with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour out of the southwest. On your Saturday for Lubbock, sunny skies with highs around 62 degrees. Another breezy and windy day on the way. It's going to look like that for much of the weekend, by the way. Sunny skies for San Angelo tomorrow, highs of 71. And here in Abilene at the studios of KGNZ, we'll hit about 70 degrees tomorrow. Gusts as high as 40 miles an hour with winds out of the west sustained at 20 to 25 for your Saturday. Clear skies, though, if you can see through all of the dust. Your current conditions and temperature, 60 degrees in San Angelo. We're down to 56 in Snyder, 62 degrees in Graham. We're at our overnight low of 49 in Lubbock and sitting at 62 right now at the studios of KGNZ at South 6 and Butternut in downtown Abilene. Here's Jay Toro with Imperfect. We've got a little TSO and the protest on the way right after this.
I ain't never say I was perfect. Just another man with a master plan. Trying to do good in this first life, so I can live good in my next life. You can have all of the fancy clothes, you can keep the diamonds and flashy cars. Matter of fact, you can have it all, cause I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't take it with me when I leave this life.
Some people look and say I'm perfect, but I'm nowhere near it. I have my downfalls too, ain't afraid to admit it. Forget the money and the fame just for 1 second. Can't care less if I had it, if it didn't come with the blessing. The sole purpose for what I do is to be a vessel. I didn't do this to be rich and famous or win a medal. I seen a fallen world that was in need of the Lord. No matter how much I tried, I just couldn't avoid the calling I had on my life. Man, I had to face it, so I made a promise to God I would help change it. The problem I had is I felt I wasn't Christian enough. In the way the world is set up, if you ain't, they rip you apart. But the Lord reminded me of 1 Timothy chapter 1, verses 9 through 10, and the word says that the Torah is not only for the righteous man, but for the lawless, disobedient, and godly man.
I ain't never say I was perfect, just another man with a master plan. Trying to live good in this first life, so I can live good in my next life. You can have all of the fancy clothes, you can keep the diamonds and flashy cars. Matter of fact, you can have it all, cause I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. It ain't going with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. It ain't going with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. I can't bring it with me when I leave this life.
For we brought nothing into this world. It is impossible to take anything out this world. I used to think that life was all about the worldly possessions. Money, fast cars, drugs, this is my confession. Lord knows I thank God He is a forgiving God, cause ain't no telling where I'd be if it wasn't for you, Lord. Every night I'm praying for the people in this world, because the future brings nothing but turmoil. Our time is getting lesser on this earth every day, so take advantage of it now and don't delay. See, I never thought I'd be on this side of the industry, but He counted me faithful, putting me in this ministry. I just wanted to be the best that I could ever be, and try to do the best of what the Lord has asked of me. So when I'm dead and gone, the Lord can tell me well done, and say rest, now it's time for me to finish.
No, I ain't never say I was perfect, just another man with a master plan. Trying to live good in this first life, so I can live good in my next life. You can have all of the fancy clothes, you can keep the diamonds and flashy cars. Matter of fact, you can have it all, cause I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. No, I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. No, I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. No, I can't take it with me when I leave this life. Leave this life, leave this life. No, I can't take it with me. Let me hear you say.
That one always gets me. It's Trans-Siberian Orchestra with the rock version of their favorite Christmas canon. Check out the lyrics for it. Next time you hear it on the show before Christmas, it'll touch your heart. On the way after the break, Set for the Fall with Breathe Again. It's brand new along with little DeGarmo and Key. Right now, we do want to mention the Wreaths Across America program. That is going on this year at Elmwood Funeral Home and Memorial Garden. This is Saturday, December 15th, starting at 9 in the morning, where you have an opportunity to go place wreaths at the graveside of those who have served our country in the military. The goal is to remember the service members who have passed away, honor the people who serve, and teach the cost and value of freedom. We're working on having Chaplain Donna on the show to talk a little bit more about what this means, but it's really a nationwide community effort that has been going on for a couple years at the Texas Veterans Cemetery on FM 600. This year, adding Elmwood Funeral Home and Memorial Garden on Highway 277 to that. Again, this is going on 9 o'clock in the morning on December 15th, and they do need some help funding these wreaths. I believe that Donna last told me it is $15 per wreath, and you can go to the Wreaths Across America website to help contribute to that. On the way, Set for the Fall and the protest as we get ready to wrap up the show for this final weekend. December 1st is on the way in less than 10 minutes. Stick around. Got great music coming up.
Ebenezer. When I say the word, you think of the last name Scrooge, but the word Ebenezer didn't start with Charles Dickens. He borrowed it from the Bible. The word Ebenezer is used in the Old Testament as a marking stone or a monument. When something historic or life-changing happened, people would build a stone Ebenezer to mark the event. Scrooge looked upon his own tombstone, and that was his turning point, his Ebenezer. May you discover your turning point with God, your Ebenezer, this Christmas. A message from Life-Changing Music, KGNZ.
Here's more of today's Christian music. Good news, great music. KGNZ. Lost in denial, I paid the price.
It's brand new from Set for the Fall with Breathe Again. It's 11:55 on your Friday night. Have a safe and fantastic weekend out there. Make it a good one. Love somebody else because you matter. You are loved, and we've prayed for you. We'll see you again Monday night at 9 for the harder side of life-changing music across the world. KGNZ at night.
I'm right on track.